Hello friends, this is Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja here. I'm back once again with one of my short videos on medical legal aspects and ethics in dentistry. So today I'll be discussing about the common legal claims made in say negligence scenario. What exactly lead the patients to making a claim on the dentist. So the most common alleged negligence is in dental extractions or oral surgery, and all those complications which arise as a result of say extractions like say infections, any space infections which require hospitalization, any severe lingual nerve or inferior alveolar nerve, or sinus perforation, or fractured mandible, or TMJ injuries, or extraction of a wrong tooth. Remember, committing these things is not negligence as such per se, if you look at it the other way around. In informed consent, we have to inform the patient of all the possible hazards which are possible, and then we have to act in a reasonable, act with a reasonable degree of, say, standard of care, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And then, in accordance with that, you have to say constitute due diligence in your procedures, and if mishap happens you have to inform the patient and take care as a first aid part. Most of the problems arise when the dentist, after committing the mistake, they try to cover up, or they skip the informed consent part in the first place. And in the end, if they commit a mistake, they try to cover it up, and the complaint is known to the patient through another colleague of theirs. And that is where the anger results in a malpractice claim with the patient. The second most common is in again a part of oral surgery or prosthetics or perio, whatever you can say, is usually the dental implants. So the dental implants complaints can be most likely with inadequate case assessment, unsatisfactory aesthetics or function, or an implant failure, or damage to surrounding structures like say nerve, inferior alveolar, lingual, facial, or any maxillary sinus perforation. So remember, 1 and 2, oral surgery extractions and implant surgery could combinedly constitute around 50% of the legal cases. And that is a huge number. The third most common category is the endo or the conservative dentistry or the root canal scenario, and this constitutes around 27%. So roughly three specialities or two specialities, conservative and say oral surgery, constitute about 77% of the total malpractice claims. So what all are their problems or malpractice reasons in the endodontic? Let's have a look. The most common, instrument separation or the broken instrument in the canal, then overfilling or perforation or air embolism or space infection or a similar thing. Then a rubber dam is an acceptable standard of care. Those who are not conforming to this reasonable standard of care are falling below the acceptable standard. You have to be really in sync with the changing times. Remember, when I say the person has to, or the dentist has to exercise a reasonable degree of skill, neither the highest nor the lowest is expected. The reasonable is to be exercised prevalent at that particular amount of time. And today in endo, the rubber dam is an acceptable standard of care. So the fourth category is again the orthodontic category. In this, again, poor aesthetics, poor function, root resorption, leading to say non-desirable smile, non-desirable function. It is the most say fourth most common reasons of negligence. The fifth category is the crown and bridge or the prosthetics. And the most common complaints include open margins, overhanging restorations, poor occlusion, and most of these say involve the FMR cases or the full mouth rehabilitation cases. Remember, treatment planning is very imperative in crown bridge, and if any case requires a mock-up, wax-up, or any pre-operative, post-operative care consultation with the patient, that has to be really resorted to, because this will lead to otherwise disputes later on. The sixth most common is failure to diagnose or detect the periodontal diseases in due course of time. So patients become regular patients if they are not acceptable to these standards. So probing and say all those recordings have to be done regularly and also mentioned in the patient records. Then there are many other scenarios like failure to say treat dental infections in a timely fashion, then injuries due to dental infections, then adverse drug reactions, then anesthesia complications, or failure to diagnose any other oral cancer, or any other miscellaneous incidents like drill injuries, undiagnosed needle fracture, undiagnosed x-ray tip fracture, so x-ray fracture from the endo instruments, then any other injection wrongfully done. So these all actually are considered acts of negligence in to the patient for the in the dental clinic scenario. So remember, it is always better. All these have to be timely considered and pay due diligence, and you have to be very cautious in your clinic. Do not jump straight away to the treatment. Always take your due time. Always spend some time in consultation. Review the medical and the dental history. Do not be in a hurry to start the dental treatment. Thank you so much, guy, for watching this video. I hope this video would come in handy for you. uh, till I am back again with next video. Kindly take care. Bye bye.